Stitch Roadies, thanks for stopping by. It has been busy. Boy, is it ever busy. I am in the throes of getting ready for a retreat with girlfriends, and it's, for me, it's going to be a combination of it's all going to be handwork. It's going to be a handwork. So it's a combination of wool stitching, sashiko, cross stitch, and knitting for me. I am not taking any sewing machine with me. I am going to be doing handwork only, and that includes cross stitch. I have been getting my stars. I've been getting my stars, and I feel awesome. Wait, hang on a second. Wait till you see. Did I show you this already? I finished the hive. The hive is totally finished. So I still have the bonus chart to do, but I don't know when I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to frame this. So I'll be taking it to a framer and having it framed, and I'm not sure the kind of frame. I just absolutely love this stitch. If you need a stitch that gives you satisfaction, incremental satisfaction, this is the stitch for you. And I got the chart from Acorns and Threads, and it's just, I've stitched it on a 28 count even weave, historic beige, and I believe I got this fabric from the Fat Quarter Shop. But it was a Nashville 2022 release, and I was compulsive about it. So every evening I did it until it was done. And don't I feel smug? Yes, I feel totally smug about it. So what have I been compulsively stitching? Well, in the evening, my new compulsive stitch has been, are you ready? Plum Street sample, Gobbler, Gobble. So there it is there. I don't know, I loved it. And I can't remember who it was that said, this was a few months ago, that they didn't have a lot of turkey stitches, and so they were, and I thought, I don't either. And so I have been stitching this every evening in front of the TV, and that's how far I've gotten. Very satisfying. This is on a, this looks like a Ada. And it looks like the Ada, like the one that I use for my Prairie Schooler Santa. So that is going to be going, this one will be traveling with me to retreat. I also am taking to retreat the Salty Stitcher design, the one I'm doing for my sister's birthday, which is the Dr. Maya Angelou quote. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Yeah. And I just love this. And this is that one, I'm telling you. This is the one. I told Janine, we got together at the hen house. The Cluckers got together at the hen house, which is Cheryl's place. She's one half of Stitching with the Sisterly. And she just got her camera. She's going to be starting her own channel that's all-encompassing type of channel, homesteading, everything that she does. But I was telling Janine, I did my own conversion, and she was like, she was so proud of me. I tell you, I felt like a little chick, and the mother hen was telling me, you did good, you did good. And so I did my own conversion, and as I told you last time, the conversion wasn't done like taking the color on the chart and then looking at what like the DMC conversion was or anything like that. All I did was I looked at the colors on the chart, and then I wanted to use like silks and Victorian motto fibers, and so I just kind of laid them on my fabric, and my fabric was from Stitchville, USA, when I had such a good time with Karen, who is Yellow Farmhouse on Instagram. But this was, I think it says, I think it's Star Sapphire 28 count. And so this is how far I got. Isn't that a pretty, pretty color? It's a light green. And so I kind of looked at the colors and figured out how many different colors were required in the chart. So this is something that, as Janine says, you can do it. So I looked at how many colors were in the chart and what the colors look like. And then I went in the pile and I laid them on the fabric. And so I came up with this really, I have them in my floss away bags, but this really awesome little, I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be beautiful. And I love the start that I've gotten because my sister's birthday is not till the fall, and so I have more than enough time to, you know, to get it done. And it's got good juju going in it. You know, when you stitch, it's like I said, when you're stitching or making something for somebody in particular, you got to have good juju, no stress, good juju. I had an awesome time at the hen house. It was great. There was, you know, Cheryl opened her hen house to us, and Susan Standley, you know, I'll link, I'll put the names of their Flosstubes down below. Susan Standley came down from Washington, as did Heather, Punky Purl. Oh my gosh, wait till you see what I got. Oh, wait till you see. So, Punky Purl, Sue Standley, oh, Punky Purl is Heather. She's a punk though. And Cheryl, and Audrey from Stitchy Witch 42, and then Janine from Acorns and Threads, and myself. And it was just a, you know, and Cheryl, I'm lucky. I know some of you said that you didn't realize how close Cheryl and I live together. It literally takes me less than 10 minutes probably to get to her house if I didn't get lost every time. She lives more out in the country, and so I always overshoot her driveway because she has a long driveway. I always overshoot it by one driveway, and then I have to do a U-turn. But she understands because, you know, she gets lost all the time too. So we gathered there. It was fun to talk, fun to catch up, fun to learn things about each other. You know, that's part of making connections, is getting little bits of history and understanding about all these different paths that we have come to, and it was really a much needed break for the month. And the only person that wasn't there was Becca from Sambry Stitches, because, you know, a choice between the hen house and time with her husband. I know. But I decided, since I was going to the Cluckers, that I would start working on the chart that Becca made for us, which is that chart there. Of course, you can't help, but it's really hard to stitch when you're having such a good time with girlfriends. And so I stitched a bee and it was wrong. So much like the drunk Santa, I turned it over at the suggestion of everybody and started stitching the other way. And I got the bee correct, but that is all I got done that entire time I was there. Yeah, it was a total crack up, but I felt like, I'm gonna be with the Cluckers. I need to stitch a Clucker chart, and yeah, it's awesome. So I did that, and I don't know who made this bag, but I bought it off the internet, and it's starting to fall apart. I have to restitch it to keep it from falling apart. So trying to decide what I was going to take stitch-wise, because I would like to make good progress on what I am taking to retreat. So if I take a whole bunch of everything, I'll get little bits of a lot of things done, or I could conceivably make some real headway on some. So I'm going to take my Prairie Schooler Santa, because he just needs to be done so I can start another one. Because, you know, finish a Prairie Schooler, start a Prairie Schooler. I'm taking Gobble. I'm taking Dr. Maya Angelou. And I decided to take, this was an older birthday start by Needlework Press that I got from the attic in Mesa, Arizona. And I fell in love with this chart when I saw it. I absolutely fell in love with it. And so I decided I'm taking that. There's no way I'll get that done. So I'll always have something to stitch. But just to show you where I'm at on it, so there we go. Yeah. So let's see what I can get done next time. I love the colors in this. I mean, that everything about this chart drew me. And I'm real excited because Audrey brought for me, I was asking about these things, and so she brought me a couple to use, because on these big charts, big pieces of fabric, it's always a challenge to wrangle them up. And so she brought me 4 of these. You know, they're magnetic, and you roll your excess fabric up, and it keeps it corralled. Well, I'm going to be using it. Oh, I just love these. They're wild, though. They are kind of wild. Yeah. So I'm anxious to see, as you probably are just dying to know, how far I get on this. My star system is still working well. You know, I had, let's see, we're into April. So the 2 new starts are the Cluckers and the Maya Angelou, Dr. Maya Angelou. And so far, just a quilting wool stitch finish. So let's see if we can get something else finished. That would be awesome. Well, hang on for a second, okay? I'll be right back. I have to show you the gift I gave myself. So Heather, who is Punky Purl, and I'll link her shop in the description box. She makes bags. She has a professional machine that can sew bags, and I'm talking not project bags per se, although she makes fabulous project bags, but gorgeous, gorgeous bags. And so I commissioned a bag, and you can either commission a bag with her and tell her kind of like the colors you want the bag to be, or you can actually tell her the fabric you want to use, or if you have a specific fabric, you can send her the fabric. Those are the different options. So I had a specific fabric quilting fabric that I wanted to be the theme of my bag. And there's different size bags, but I wanted the ginormous one, you know, because go big or go home. And I fell in love with the, I love red shades of any color. And I fell in love with Teresa Kogut's recent line of fabric. It just had all the motifs that were part of my world. And so I sent that fabric plus a lining fabric that was complementary, and there wasn't quite enough for that, so she added a third fabric. But take a look at this bag. Is that not the most beautiful bag? It is ginormous. It's huge, huge. The leather is absolutely gorgeous. The inside of it is waterproof. It has a complementary fabric. This fabric that was on let me just see if I can, this fabric I sent along with it was a part of the fabric line. It's a plaid, and she lined the inside pocket. Gosh, look at this. The inside pocket is lined with that fabric. I mean, a beautiful, beautiful bag. Thank you so much, Heather. I can't tell you how much I'm going to love this bag. And it gives me dreams of going to retreats and workshops and walking in and having, when I walk through the door, all of a sudden you could hear a pin drop, and then someone whispers, "Where did she get that bag?" Oh my gosh. That's kind of what I want to happen. But is it not gorgeous? Oh. Beautiful, beautiful. So if you would like a bag like this, custom made, you'll see it in the link down below. So I was asked a bit about this Theracane. Some people know exactly what this is, and some people wonder what this is. So this is a Theracane, and you can get it in most pharmacy departments. It used to be that you could only get it in hospital stores or physical therapy places and stuff, but I've seen them like at Walgreens and that kind of place. And it's a hard plastic, and it has these two handles. And the reason you have this is because we do so much handwork. And so this little ball, when you've done a lot of handwork, and I'm talking to you, Cheryl, yeah, Cheryl from Stitching with the Sisterlies was complaining about her back from all her long arm quilting. If you put that ball right at the part that is sore, whatever's sore for you, and you hang on to these and then you pull it forward. It's like getting a massage, and it kind of releases the tension that's in the muscle and the tendons. And because, you know, we're constantly working in this position that kind of challenges our neck and our back and our shoulders and our arms, and yeah, it feels awesome. So this is called a Theracane. Very good. Very, very good. So I bet you could just get it off of Amazon. Yeah. Yeah, so what else? I've been stitching, I've been compulsively during the daytime I stitch whatever I want to stitch, whatever I feel like stitching. At night I've been compulsively stitching on one project, and so Gobbler has been that project. Watching, I'm just watching a ton of reruns because there's just crap TV. So I'm watching reruns of Castle and reruns of NCIS and reruns of Big Bang, and because I swear I was listening to commercials, and sometimes, he's sitting next to me with the TV on, but he sometimes has headphones on and he's looking at his laptop because he's watching YouTube videos on wood carving or music, or the things that he's interested in, and I have the TV on just for noise. But sometimes he'll look over at me because I'll go, "Who watches this stuff? Who watches?" And he can see my lips moving. But it's like he doesn't want to watch anything on the television. But I was like, who watches Love After Lockup? Really? Is there a fan base for that? Yeah. Or Rat in the Kitchen. Why would you want to have a show where someone's trying to ruin everybody else's dish? I'm not sure. I just might be a Pollyanna. But I just want to love and be loved. I don't want to deal with, and yet there's probably, these shows are on television because thousands of people are watching them. And Mama June Redemption, oh my gosh, really? Do we really care? Yeah. It's a weird world out there sometimes, isn't it? So I like my little bubble where I'm compulsively stitching on something and I'm watching something that I know the outcome. And I had read an article about that in the pandemic people were watching things where they already knew the ending because they didn't need another thing to be stressful. I get it. I totally get it. Yeah. And I tried to make arrangements to get my second booster, and I was trying to make an appointment for it, and that was just a cluster. I could not get through or figure out, or and finally I just called. I called the Costco pharmacy and I said, "I can't make your website work." And she tried to walk me through it, and I said, it's not scheduling. I said, "Can't I just come in?" And she says, "Oh yeah, you can just walk in because we have a full staff right now. Go ahead and come in." She did not tell me how crowded the store was. And I was so wanting to get that second booster because I have all of these people I'm going to be seeing the next week that I just went right over there. And every parking space in the Costco parking lot was taken. Every parking space. So that people were circling, waiting for people to load their car up and pull out so they could pull in. I had never seen it like that. And then it suddenly dawned on me, oh, this is the Friday before Easter. This is Good Friday. This is before Easter. I had never seen anything like that. And in fact, getting the booster, there was only 2 people ahead of me for that. But the store itself, I had never seen. I guess it had been so long since I had been in a holiday, pre-holiday shopping. I had no clue. But I got my second booster, and it was a piece of cake, because I had all the side effects they tell you. They make you sit there 15 minutes. All the side effects that they said I had, I didn't have any of them, except that the arm that I got my shot in was exactly like when you get your tetanus shot. If you've ever had a tetanus shot, you almost feel like you can't use that arm for a day. It's so sore. That was the only side effect to it, and now I feel a little bit more comfortable, because I am going to see some people that are more compromised, and I want to not worry. I want to not worry. Well, that's about it. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you have wonderful weather where you're at. We still have not touched our wonderful weather, but boy, are all the animals out. Bunnies, ducks, squirrels, birds, everybody's in our yard now. And let's hope that that the sun comes out soon. Yeah, I could use a little sunshine. Can't you? Love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you in a while.